Hi there, I'm Kira Ndumbe, Mindset and Productivity Coach, Diplomat by Career as well, and it's my pleasure to share with you some tips this morning on the 5 P's of productivity. Productivity is a topic that really passionates me, something that I love because I love getting results. I love walking in my life and seeing that I actually turn my dreams into reality. And I realize over time that it's something that I'm good at and I can help people get better at it. So today it's my mission and my goal to help you get a productive life, get more productive and have more results in your personal life. So real quick, I want to share with you 5 P's of what I call the productivity perfect life. 5 P's of the productivity perfect life. If you want to have a life where you have results, if you want to have a life where you really attain your goals, just apply these 5 P's and you will definitely develop a system where you are productive every day. And I start with the first P, which is planning. It is important for you to learn how to plan your life, to learn how to plan your business, your activities, your projects, your relationships. You have to learn how to plan. So in terms of planning, it's simply the ability or the skill to set clear goals that are smart, specific, measurable, attainable, result-oriented, and limited in time. So what are the goals you've set for yourself in this year, in this day, for this month, for this week? What are the goals you have that you want to attain? This is the first point you have to master: planning. Now, we all are different in personalities and characters, and the way we plan differs. Some people use planners. Not everybody is good at using a planner. Not everybody likes using paper. Some people are more digital. They like apps. You know that you can use apps to plan your life. You have Google Calendar, no publicity here. You have all these different apps that you can use to be more good at planning. But find something that works for you and stick with it. I ride with planners. Definitely, I use different planners, and I'm also creating one currently that will be available to you very soon. But I use planners and it works for me. It helps me have the clarity and the actions that I have to do in a day. And this for me gets me going and gets me crushing my goals on a frequent basis. So first point, the first P of the productive perfect life is the planning aspect. You have to be good at planning. You have to be a master planner of your own life. You know, intentional life and life design demands that you start working on your way on things that really matter to you. So start with planning. The second P derives directly from the first, is prioritizing. Learn how to set your priorities straight. What are the top 3 things you want to accomplish in life? What are the things that, if not accomplished, will make you miserable, will make you feel like a failure, will make you feel like you're missing out on the purpose you have on this earth? What are those things? You should be a master at knowing your priorities. You know, some people have issues saying no. Some people have issues saying, sorry, I can't help you with this, simply because they don't have priorities. When you set your priorities straight, you are sure of one fact: you definitely can say no to what doesn't matter to you, no to what is not important at the moment. And there are many metrics that you can use to be able to know your priorities. I definitely recommend you one. You can type it in a search engine and you will find it as the Eisenhower matrix. I'll put an image so you can refer to it to know where to delegate, where to abandon, where to focus, etc. From the very urgent things to the very important things, you have to be able to focus on the things that are important and not those that are urgent. But on a frequent base in life, based on the activities you do, we spend most of our time, like 80% of our time, running after things that are urgent. Like I have to pick up the kids from the school. I have to, deposit this assignment, turn in this assignment. I have to deliver this report by the end of the week. These are things that are urgent, but they're not necessarily the things that are important. And the things that are important to you end up being neglected, and you end up being frustrated simply because you didn't set priorities straight. So the second P of the productive perfect life is prioritizing. You have to know what comes first for you, not for others, not for the society you live in, not for people around you, but for you. What works for you is what will give you fulfillment, is what will put you in alignment in your purpose and destiny. So start prioritizing. The third P I want to share with you today is people. It's funny how when I mentioned it to some friends, they told me like, come on, Kira, people have nothing to do with how productive I am. But let me tell you, let me shock you right there. People definitely have everything to do with how productive you are and how productive your life will be. The people you hang around with will influence your output on a daily basis. You know, there's this saying that goes this way, that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. So if you hang around thieves, guess what? I'll let you guess it. If you hang around achievers, guess what? You will become an achiever. Now, it's true that influence doesn't mean action. Like, people can influence you, but they will never push you to action. It is true. But I'd rather have you be influenced by people who achieve, people who are result-driven, goals-oriented, than people who are lazy, people who are complainers, and people who are negative. So choose your company properly. If you're blessed to have friends that push you, that are ambitious, that are driven, hang around these people more. Have relevant conversations, challenge yourself, be accountable to each other. Some of my friends, and my very good friend, she is my accountability partner. Like, we hang out, it's not a formal setting, but we hang out and we make sure we review our goals. And I tell her, how far have you gone with this project? And she tells me how it works, and she asks me the same. So I know that even if nobody checks on me, she will do the checkup and she will make sure I'm on track. So have the kind of people around you that can help you grow. These are friends. These are also mentors. You always need someone above you, someone that has more experience. If you want to venture in a field, be it in any area of life, in your career or in relationships, you want to start a new relationship, and you've had your personal experience, where you will definitely take advantage of a mentor that can guide you and give you the right advice and tell you how to function or how to navigate your way in that new relationship to get the buzz of that relationship. I've had the opportunity to get around some very influential people in Africa and in the world, and one thing I've realized is the importance of networking and the importance of having mentors. Many of us have the capacity to get in contact with people we consider as role models, but very few of us have the potential or the skills to keep the relationship with such people. So that's why I say people is important. If you start building your social skills and you start developing yourself into someone who can keep relationships, you will definitely turn out to be productive, because you will find the right people around you and you will get going on the goals and the focus that you should have to be a productive person. The fourth P of the productivity perfect life is definitely performance. How you perform on a daily basis. So many of us can set goals. As a matter of fact, there's this expression or this word called resolutions that is always flaunted at the beginning of the year or at the end of every year, where we have tons of articles online in blogs and stuff talking about the New Year resolution. What are you going to do with now? Henceforth, you're going to be this person, etc. But at the end of the day, it's how you perform that matters. It's the results you have on the field that matters. In French, there's a saying that says, "On mesure le maçon au pied du mur." Like, it's at the foot of a wall that you measure who is a bricklayer. So it doesn't really matter that you're good at planning, you're good at prioritizing, you're good at people, if you're not good at performing. In your career, like in your office place, in your job place, or in your business, people will measure your credibility based on how consistently you do perform. People will measure how good you are based on the results, the achievements you can show, things that can show proof of how good you claim to be. So if you want the productivity to work for you, if you want the result on a consistent basis, you have to start performing. You have to start delivering. Tack, 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 tack. You have to start delivering. And to deliver doesn't mean you have to be drained out. Yeah, let me point this out. It doesn't mean you have to be drained out. Some people like the hustle hard, work hard stuff. I am pro mindful productivity. I encourage you to always refresh, to always re-energize yourself, to always take care of yourself. Self-care should be priority for you, because at the end of the day, you only have this one life to live. You don't have 12 lives. I remember I used to say to tell my cousins, life is not something you put in a refrigerator and when you're ready to leave it, you just microwave it and you are the level you want to be. Hell no. Like, you have to work every day to get the results you want to have. And performance, personal performance is important to get a productive, perfect life, or a productivity perfect life. This is the 4th P. I will not overemphasize, I can never overemphasize it. Performance. How do you perform? What are your blockages? Where are you slow? What is dragging you? What are your triggers? What are the enablers that push you to be performant at a task? What are the tasks you're good at? What are the tasks you hate doing? What are the roles you like? What are the roles you don't like? What are the things you're good at in general? Perform at these things. If you're a good speaker, start speaking. You know, whatever you're good at, be better at it. Don't just be good. Be better. And matter of fact, be the best you can be. Be the best you can be. And the last P is something that is very, very dear to my heart. Is principles. Like I just said, I'm not hustle hard, kill yourself at a task oriented. I'm not, definitely. I love life, and I love my clients and the people I work with to enjoy the life they do have, because you're blessed to be alive. Right this second, 100 of people, thousands of people have just passed out. And right now, another set of persons have passed out. So, passed away. So you have the grace to be here watching me. You have the grace to hear me. So you are blessed to just be alive. It's not a given that you're not handicapped. It's not a given that you have access to information. It's not a given that you have access to the devices to have the information. So all these things should let you know that you're opportune, you're privileged in some way. Maybe you feel like you're not better off, but you're better off than some people, And when I talk about principle, I talk about values as well. You should know that this life works in cycles and in principles, and if you master the principles of life and you start applying them, they will work for you and they will give you the results you want to have. So the principles, like basic life principles, like sowing and harvesting. You cannot try to harvest what you've not sown. So before you try to ask something from somebody, what have you given to the person first? What have you invested in a relationship before trying to gain from the relationship? Before you want to go up, you should be ready to go down as well, because it's the law of gravity. So you have to know these basic life principles and master them and apply them, and respect them and apply them, and respect them and apply them, and be able to get your own personal principles. The things that are no-go to me are no-go to me. Like, whatever you're going to tell me, it's a no-go. Like, it doesn't work for me. Whoever you are, I'll tell you no. So, but these are my personal principles. They're not general principles, but they work for me and they keep me focused. It permits me to always perform and deliver, because I deal away with distractions and I focus on priorities that work for me. So in summary, the productivity perfect life requires 4 P's. If you apply and master them, you will definitely become a better person. You'll definitely be more productive. You'll definitely achieve more in lesser time without being drained, but with all the joy and the happiness you need in life. So the first P I said was planning, second is prioritizing, third is people, fourth is performing, and five is principles. On this note, I would like to leave you. Make sure you download the workbook on the Productivity Perfect Life to get you going. You will have some small exercises to get you going. Download it, click the link right now,